Oh, God.
All right. Chapter 7, Bring Me to Life.
Wake me up inside. Wake up.
Well, okay, you guys. I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews.
God said this is trash, nigga.
5 God reviews. And BTW, I won't write that next chapter till I get 10 God Vons. God Vons. Stove flaming, or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Marie Sue.
Marie
Sue.
Marie Sue.
Okay, she said, isn't perfect. She's a Satanist.
A Satanist.
A Satanist.
A Satanist.
And she has problems. She's depressed. For God's sake.
Me too. You're not special.
But you're not a vampire.
I'm not a vampire.
But I feel like one.
Sometimes I sleep all day because I hate the sun.
Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing a red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish.
See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? Oh, man.
I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively.
Passively? They're like, I'm passive about this. Like, he's playing video games at the same time.
And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took of my top. Then I took off my... Oh, wow, she spelled off correctly.
Hey, you gotta... That's a good thing. Shout out to the literature.
Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex!
See, is that stupid?
Oh, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, were the words, Vampire! I was so angry. You barnacle! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
No, but you don't understand, Father.
Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you effing idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS.
Whoa,
anyway.
homophobic.
Ebony, no!
I forgot the homophobia.
I put on my clothes all huffily, and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. He stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Drake, Professor Snape, and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled.
Oh, drama, dude. So he has the tattoo of vampire on his back.
That's me.
So I have you tattooed on my back.
Stop flossing, okay? If you do,
Depressed.
Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her waist-length... Everyone has waist-length hair, jeez. She flipped her waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it. She is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith, and she is not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is Slytherin now. She is Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. I love the idea. I love how they don't explain that Bloody Mary is Hermione. It's just like Hermione was kidnapped. Like, there's no transitional, like...
What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?
Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him.
Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco!
I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, so is Ebony, for a while. Wait, this is Ebony's perspective? Who's?
I think it's Vampire's.
Wait, this is Vampire? I'm confused.
No, it's Draco.
Draco's perspective.
For a while now, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid, preppy lover. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with the prep.
But I'm not going out with Draco anymore,
said Vampire.
Yeah, fridging right. Fridge off, you barnacle.
I screamed. I ran out of the room into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco.
Virility.
She lost her virility, man. That must have been
She
a
had
horrible...
1 million subscribers, and now she had none.
Oh, man.
And then I started to bust into tears.
Bust into tears.
Bust into tears.
Stop flamming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache, and the reason Snape doesn't lick Harry now is 'cause he's Christian. And Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks!
Why does Dumbledore just consistently have a headache?
He's got migraines.
I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose,
Michael
and
Jackson.
everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't God. It was...
How was it obvious? How was it obvious?
Voldemort!
No!
I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted. Who's Voldemort?
I
thought you
think...
were.
Was it me? Okay. And I couldn't run away.
Crookshanks!
I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist. So I stopped. He yelled, "Thou must kill Vampire Potter!"
Why does he talk like a Shakespearean character?
I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair and his face looks just like Joe Madden. I remembered that Draco had said, I didn't understand. So I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up?
No! Voldemort!
I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun.
No, please!
I begged. Thou must! He yelled, if thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco, father!
How did you know?
I asked in a surprising way. I'm losing control. Voldemort got a dude. You're so retarded.
Oh, cancel this author.
Look on his face. I have telekinesis! He answered cruelly, and if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou now... No, what I'm crying. This is hilarious. Will happen to Draco? He shouted. Father. He shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad. I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods.
Draco.
I said,
Hi.
Hi, Father.
he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner.
Just read, bro.
Kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way.
Wait, what? Kind of like a pentagram? Like a cross between? Anyway.
Oh, like oh, sweetheart, no. Are you okay?
I asked.
No.
He answered.
I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me.
I expelled.
I expelled.
That's okay.
He said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out.
So they're walking and
Making
and
out.
making out at the same time?
I'm crying, guys.
And it's Danny B's
I'm
time to
taking
read the... Yeah. Oh, whoa! Whoa! This is problematic at best.
It was problematic at best.
That's not
Oh,
good.
I ain't saying this. Okay, stop it, you Jays and phages. If you do not like my story, then air fudge off. P.S. It turns out be a Bloody Mary isn't a muggle effort. She and vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses. Okay, dang.
Babe. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. Went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I'm the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR.
Sounds terrible.
The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now.
She just met these people, but she's in a band with them that she has been in. Like,
I call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. And Vampire was probably watching a steak.
a steak.
And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. Oh yeah, so depressing.
So that's depressing. That's up there with Schindler's List.
I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears.
Ebony, are you okay?
Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the F do you think? I asked angrily, and then said, well, Voldemort came and the effing barnacle told me to effing kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice. Even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will effing kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall.
He jumped in there. Why didn't you fornicating tell me?
I shouted.
How could you fornicating poser muggle bah? C, is that out of character? Or oh well.
Yes.
I can't imagine Draco saying this.
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache.
Oh, he's taking some Advil.
Okay, what have you done?
He started to cry wisely.
He was like, what have you done? Reading a book at the same time.
See, that's basically not whispering, and this time he was really upset, and you will cry. See why? Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist. I thought he sat on his wrist.
I said, stop flamming up preps. See if destructor is stupid. 1111. It deals with really serious issues. SPC for yourself if it's stupid. Thanks to my friend Revan for flubbing me. No!
I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to freak off, and I ran into my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room, because he would look like a perv that way.
Ew.
I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped in the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a steak. I love that she's just grabbing a ribeye, just the nearest ribeye. Like, I grabbed a steak and almost stuck it in my heart to commit suicide. I was so fornicating depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it. Sandly, I put on black high heels and with pink metal stuff on the ends. 6 pairs of earrings, jeez. I couldn't believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on broomsticks.
Ew, you flippin' perv! Stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what?
I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming. The camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in.
It has been revealed that someone has
He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk."
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student.
I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist.
That's mine in the whole goddamn fanfiction.
I'm getting that tattooed.
This cannot be.
Snape said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him.
There must be other factors.
You don't have any!
I yelled in madly. Lupin held up his camera triumphantly.
Triumphantly.
The lens may be ruined, but wait, who is saying this? Wait, I am Lupin, yeah. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do. Like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily. He rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. I heard the words I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked or happy, or to bite him, and drank his blood, because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then he swooped in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a 50 Cent song.
Because it's like
I'll take you to the candy shop.
Because you're gothic.
Snape asked in a little afraid voice, because he was a friend if he was connected with Satan. Because I love her!
Wait, was it me who said this?
I think this is Hagrid.
That was Hagrid.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The road direction, my new